Okay, officially welcome you to the JITS grade 7. So before we begin, let me introduce the class to you. Actually, there are two reasons if you are in this class. The reason number one, that is you were there in the previous grade. That previous year means year 2021. That means this year you were in grade 6. And now you are in grade 7. So that is, this is the class for you. That means you started with us by coming to the grade 6 and officially finished grade 6 last week with the revision and now joining to grade 7. So you are welcome to the grade 7 class. The second reason is you were there, you were joined with us or you joined with us for grade 7, but later. Not immediately, maybe the latter part of the work. You join with us, maybe end of the session, and you miss grade 7 lessons. Therefore, you would like to learn grade 7 lessons again from the beginning. While coming to the grade 8 class, you are allowed to come to the grade 7 class. That is the second reason that you are here. Reason number one, while grade 6 complete kalla avilla innawa 7 walata. Reason number two, ඔයාලා grade 7 ආවේ පහු වෙලා හින්දා ආපහු මුලින් ඉඳලා ඉගෙන ගන්න grade 7 එකට join වෙලා ඉන්න. So that can be the second reason. ඒතර ඔය reason දෙක හින්දා තමයි ඔයාලා මෙතන ඉන්නවා. එහෙම නැතුව ඔයාලට වැරදිලා ඇවිල්ලා නම් grade 7 වලට දැන් මේ තියෙන්නේ grade 7 අලුත් class එක, right? This is, we are going to start the really, this is the first day, very first day of grade 7 class. So if you came to this class by mistake, if you want to go to the grade 8 class, that is tomorrow, right? Okay, I just gave the introduction, otherwise like you will confuse. Okay, now let's proceed. So under ICT, under grade 6, we learn the basics, but grade 7, we will learn some more advanced stuff under this. Actually, lesson number 1 for grade 7 is about central processing unit. Lesson number 1 for grade 6, grade 7 is about central processing. We learn about the CPU, central processing unit of the computer. So basically the CPU is, so let me show this. CPU is this kind of chip. It's a microchip inside your computer. Actually, that is connected to the motherboard. So let me show that first, how it is connected and all. So you can see this is a motherboard and this is random access memory. And this motherboard, different components are connecting. So this space is for the processor. Metana space එකක් තියෙන්නේ. මේ space එකට තමයි processor එක connect වෙන්නේ motherboard එකේ. Actually, this is the central processing unit. හැබැයි අපේ ගොඩක් අය වැරදිලා system unit එකට කියනවා CPU කියලා. That is wrong, right? System unit is not CPU. සමහර වෙලාවට ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ තියෙනවා CPU කියලා ගත්තම මෙන්න මේක. System unit එක දාලා තියෙනවා. That is wrong. This is not CPU, right? මේක CPU නෙවෙයි. So sometimes you think this is CPU. No, this is not CPU. මේ CPU එක නෙමෙයි, මේකට කියන්නේ system unit. This is called system unit and this is the CPU. මේ system unit එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන මේ chip එක තමයි CPU එක කියලා කියන්නේ. It's the brain of the computer. Computer එකේ brain එක වගේ. So we will learn about that in the first step. පළවෙනි lesson එකේ
I-17 also?
Yes, I9 is even there. Right? Not just I7, I9 is even there.
So I have I7.
Okay, good.
I have I3. The
Oh.
oldest one.
So my one is also I3. I also got I3.
I3. So I have I3.
Yeah.
I5.
Who's having I9? Anyone having I9?
It's new also.
It's new. Yeah, it's a real new one.
I'm having Celeron.
Okay. Then, so this CPU is basically connected to this socket. CPU එක connected මෙන්න මේ socket එකට මෙන්න මෙතන. ඊට පස්සේ ඊට උඩින් මේ ෆෑන් එකක් සෙට් වෙනවා. ඇයි ඒ? Just a fan.
ඒක cool ගන්න.
Cool the CPU.
Yeah.
Cool the CPU.
Cool down the CPU.
Cool down the CPU. මොකද CPU එක heat වෙනවා ගොඩක්. brain එකනේ. අපෙත් මොලේ නිකන් වැඩ කරනකොට රත් වෙනවනේ ටිකක් නේ. class එකේම ගොඩ වෙලා ඉන්නකොට. So when we are in the classes for a long time, our brain will get hot and we feel sleepy and all that. So, but to cool that you have hair, but unlike that, the computer is having heat sink and a fan to cool. So we don't have a fan. It is better to plug a cooling fan here. If you are studying too much, put a cooling fan there. So then that will cool down. Right? Just kidding, right? Okay. Right, okay. So we will learn about that, that part. Right, then the very important thing, then we learn about the operating system. So that is basically the middleman or the manager, actually how you can see myself in this camera because of the operating system. Because camera can take my capture, but showing it back to you is the responsibility of operating system, right? And the application software, Zoom. Right, anyway, so for an example, if there's a chip, memory chip, and let's say memory chip has some files, but recognizing these files as pictures, as videos is basically a role of operating system. Actually, now when I go to this folder, you can see these are picture files. It's JPG picture files. If I double click, it will open as a picture file. So that is identified by the operating system. So without operating system, actually, this is just some data. We don't know what kind of data, but OS will recognize this as a picture data and pass this to the picture application. Then OS this will recognize this as a video data and pass this to a video application. So this is a video. It will recognize this as a video and pass this to a video application. You can see when I play this. It's a video. Yalo inne. Abhinu. You have your friends there. Okay, actually that is a new visual that is going to release by me, right? So I have created composed a song and I have created a funny visual to that, and that is it. And in near future I'll share it with you, right? Okay, so then next one is like after learning the operating system is the middleman. It will do a lot of work. Identify the files, folders, identify application. It provide user interface to interact with the open close files, delete files, and all these things is providing the interface, right? We do how many pages of the book we get now? Means so altogether there are 136 pages, right? In this book altogether there are 136 pages. If you want to download the book, I'll tell you, right? So you have to maybe download this.
So can I?
Yeah. What's? Yes, Abhinu, what is that?
Can I see the book too? I haven't the book, sir.
All right. Okay. I'll tell you how to download. So if you want to download the book, please go to Google and search grade 7 book. Then
Excuse me, sir.
sorry, yes.
The weekend.
Sir, I tell the sir, Mama have a writing book again.
Writing book that like 80 pages, 120 to 80, 120 is enough. Right.
Okay.
If you want to download the book, grade 7 ICT book, and then you will go to this website. I'll send the link. So this is called edupub.gov.lk. Then you can select your grade there and the medium if you need English medium, and if you need grade 7 books, just select it and it will give you all the books, right? Not just IT book. It will give you all the books that you need. IT, science, music, all these things. Okay. And this is the link. If you don't have that, please go to this link. Select your medium. If you need Tamil medium, you can select Tamil. If you need Sinhala medium, you can select Sinhala. And if you need English medium, select English.
We don't need to download it. There is another site to take it.
Yeah, there are a lot of sites. Yes, there are a lot of sites, but recommended one is this one because this is Education Publication Department. This is the official site.
Okay.
Education Publication Department is the official site to download this. Right? That is, there are some other sites. Even you can download from our Edmodo. Edmodo is also having this stuff, but I'm suggesting you the original one. English, and then select the and press next. When you press next, click next, you can see all the books related here. ICT, new syllabus, workbook, and reading book. You have download both. Workbook, reading book, both. Right? Okay, that's it. Okay, let's go back. Then we learn about the security of computer system. So why we need security? To protect computer from whom? Yes.
Viruses,
Viruses, hackers. Sorry, virus, hackers. Who else? Insect.
Trojan
Trojan horse. Trojan horse is a virus, right? Not a horse. It's a virus, right? Okay. Anything else?
by water dropping.
Yes, by flooding, fire. Those are also threats, neither. Fire, gindara enna puluwan, fire, flooding, earthquakes. In Sri Lanka, it's not common, but some countries like Japan, earthquakes are common. Earthquakes can bhumi kampane. Earthquakes, flooding, fire, tsunami, right? So you have to protect your computers from that also. Earthquakes and tsunami, flooding, fire, landslides, and all. And then what else? That insects and rats. Man, insect, rats, animals. You have to protect your computer from them as well. And if you have a younger brother or sister, then you have to protect your computer from them as well. Man, otherwise, like they will also remove the keys and everything here and there. Then also big trouble. So you have to think about that as well. Then how do we protect? We have to put passwords. And another thing I forgot. We have to protect from the thundering, lightning. Lightning. Earth. It is also a big effect. Voltages, irregular voltages. So high voltages and low voltage, maybe power cuts. It can damage our computer. Right? You have to take actions against that. So we learn about that, how to protect, how to put UPS, how to properly put power surge, surge protector, fuse, maybe proper passwords, antiviruses, and all mechanisms we will learn that. Then we have like kind of common topic, word processing. There we will be learning about Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Out of that, we will mainly focus about Word. Excel, PowerPoint, so we will keep for the next grade, and Word will be given the more priority here. Program development, under that you will learn coding. So one has asked whether we learn coding here. Yes, in grade 7 we will learn coding. Coding for what? Maybe you can create a game. So you know,
Software.
Create an application or make a
software. Okay, here this is very small example, and so see how soon you can create a game using Scratch. Right? So I think now already you know. Some of you have done this, neither. But for those who have not done, I'll show that how quickly you can create a game using this.
In the grade 6, we have.
Yes, in grade 6 also we learn little, but grade 7 we have to learn lot. Right, this is one example. I'm just removing this cat from here. Don't worry, I'll teach you, right? Then I'm going to paint a kind of tower there. Put it here.
Sir, can you send the link?
Yes, sure, I'll send. Right, I'm putting a tower there, and also I'm putting a small background. That background is this blue sky, and also another cat. I'm putting a flying cat there. Flying cat. Okay, this one is cat flying. Okay, link is this. So don't worry, I'll teach you these things slowly, right? I'll teach you these things slowly. දැනට මම මේ කරන එක නිකන් බලා ගන්න. මම මේ කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා පෙන්නනවා විතරයි. බය වෙන්න එපා මේක කරගන්න බෑ කියලා එහෙම. So if you can do, yes, do that. If you can't do, don't worry, I'll teach you how to do that. Right, let's make it like 50% in size and spline here. Let's put it to the ground. Okay, I want it to fly and jump over this, and therefore I'm just putting an event. So when flag click, I need to place the cat. So see how quickly I can do this. You can also do this, I know. Go to this X place and Y, and here also when I press the flag, I need this to be in the particular XY position. Go to X and Y, and then when I press the space, I want the cat to jump, actually glide and glide back. So first I want it to glide to 90 and come back to 44. It's like this. Within 0.5 seconds I want to do both. 0.5 seconds means like it's jumping like this, jumping and coming back. And then in this sprite I'm just putting, when I press the space key, I want to move that back, and here it is. I'm forever moving that. If it comes to the end, I'll reset that. Let's move minus 10 steps. And in case if it's less than some degree, some X value, this X position is less than maybe, okay, let's put this. Okay, it's 113. I can put there 112 minus 112, and I'm resetting that X position back to the set X to 240. Okay, that is regularly appear in the space 300. Okay, now I can jump over it, and this is a small game. If you hit there, the game over. That means if sensing, if touching the cat, if touching the cat line, then you have to stop all. That is the end of this game. Stop all from the control. So that is the end of this game. Right, I have to jump, but should not be touching this one. But if I touch this, it's the end of the game. It's game over. It will stop. So see how fast we can create a game with a tool like this. Very few codes, few lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines. It's only 12 line game. Right, even I can add marks. So in each jump, I can make a variable that is marks, and I can set it to 0 in the beginning. And in each round, I can change it by maybe 5 marks. Right, each time I jump, I'll get 5 marks. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, oh, bad luck. That's all. Right. So likewise. So see. Sorry.
Can you show the cat code?
Cat flying one. You need to have a screenshot. Okay, take a screenshot of this. Oh, I'll send you the game. Simple as that. I'll download and send it to the chat. Then you can. What do you have to do? You have to go to the file, load from computer, and open that, right? After downloading, but you can't just double click and open that. how to save the creating game. You have to download, right? File save to your computer. Download. You're asking how to download, save it. You can save it. Like I have downloaded and I'm sending this code to you now. So what you can do now actually, so you can download the same code and don't double click. So don't double click. So just after downloading, go to the file, load from your computer, and then you can load it from the download folder. Download folder, open karagan. You can select this and open. And that will load the project to you. Actually, don't play the game throughout the lesson. No? That is a bad thing. If you're doing that, your parents will definitely blame me.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, your network band is a little bit low. It's saying the line is low, sir.
I didn't get that.
Sir, your line is, your band is low, sir. It's saying
You means like you cannot.
sometimes.
Is it lagging?
Sometimes, yes, sir. Sometimes.
Sometimes it might be because these
Yes,
days
sir,
because of
sometimes.
this. Yeah, it might be because of this heavy rain these days. I'm not in my regular location. Also, I'm away from the city. There's a problem. I know that. So don't worry. You will get the recording, right? You'll get the recording, and so everything will be okay with that. And also, your suggestion was taken. Some of you have suggested me that 40-minute time limit. So is kind of a problem. So I have just taken the premium version. So now you don't have that issue. That means you don't have that 40-minute limit. You can continue the lesson without rejoin, right? So thanks. Actually, I thought that it was not a big problem, but some of you actually facing some problems because of this 30-minute limit. That was removed, right? Okay, that is programming development. Then we'll learn about the presentation software. PowerPoint. PowerPoint wala ahala ati samaru vita. If you don't know PowerPoint,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Made a PowerPoint
Yes, sir.
file also.
We can make slideshow.
yeah, we can make slideshows, yeah, and we can create animations, and maybe so even we have done last time. We have created the MCQ paper using that multiple
Yes,
choice
sir.
question. Yes, MCQ paper using that. And then another important lesson using internet and information and communication. So that is the last lesson that we are going to learn here. So that is very important lesson because internet is really, really useful in your learning activities. Tisal, yes, I know like those problems I can understand. So you want to join with coding class? Yes, I'll tell you that. So please take a call just after the class, then I'll teach you that. How can I see CPU example i8, i9, i3? i8 actually that is not a standard. i3 is there, i7 is there. It's coming like odd numbers, right? i3, i5, i7, i9. Right? Eka bala ganna vidhiya tama. You want to check that. If you want to check that,
Sir, after I9, there are no ice.
no, not yet. So can anyone share the screen, Pute? So those who were there in our classes previously. So somebody is asking how to check that version. Okay, Hirusha, thank you. Hirusha, can you go to the task manager? Then balagan inna eyahapu kena. Kohomada balaganne kiyala ahala tibba computer එක. They want to check how to check. So right click here. Please right click on the taskbar and select task manager. Task manager. You can select task manager. Just do it slowly, Pute. Hirusha, again slowly, please. Otherwise, like they will not be able to learn because I know that you are fast. It's okay. See, right click on the taskbar, select task manager. Okay. When you select task manager, yes. Yes.
Sir, in Windows 11, sir, we want to click on the Windows.
Yeah. And then please go to the performance there. and their performance tab. In the performance tab, you can see CPU. When you click on the CPU, you can see the here, this is i7. That's how you can see, right? i7, i3, i9. That is one thing. There are many other things, like you can either write this PC.
So
and
in the keyboard of the laptop, there is a Intel Core 1 3.
Sometimes it's the sticker is there. Not always, right? Sometimes the sticker is there. Yes.
That's the best one.
For the moment, it's i9. i9. But you know that AMD, they are having the Ryzen and all. They are also some good processors. They are for gaming.
So my mother has a AMD one.
Ryzen one, yeah. That is another brand. AMD
Sir?
is another brand.
So my one is
So what is the best, AMD or Intel?
It also depends. It also depends because
Sir, AMDs are very good for graphic performance.
graphics and games, right?
games.
Yes, games and all. AMDs are better.
Intel is staying cooler.
Yes, but like you know that it is it uses more power. AMD is using more power, but good for graphics, gaming, etc. They are having more cores. That's the thing. So we learn these things while learn the processor, right? Otherwise, like
So what's the best processor then?
so best
fastest
processor,
one?
again you have to compare AMD and AMD Ryzen. There is a faster version. Time to time it depends. මොකද ඒ දැන් ඒක හරියට Nissanයි Toyotaයි කියලා හිතන්නකො. There are two companies. Nissan is also a car company and Toyota is also a car company. Nissan will produce a competitive car which is better than a Toyota, and Toyota will also produce another competitive car which is better than the Nissan. It's similar to that. So this time Intel came up with i9 and AMD tries to overtake that. AMD tries to better build processor using Ryzen, which is better than i9. Then Intel next time they will come with i11 or something which is better than AMD. So that is the thing. That's why I cannot answer you.
Like Windows 11.
Yes, that is a competition. That is a competition. For the moment, it can be Intel, but next day it can be AMD.
Sir, I
week
have
after it
heard
can
a
be again
process.
Intel. Sorry.
Sir, I have heard a processor called Intel Core Xeon.
Yeah, Intel Core Xeon, Intel then like Centrino Duo. Different brands are there. Intel Core Xeon, different brands are there. That is like it's like Windows 10, 11. So some version in there.
So what is the Intel Core i3 10 gen? 10 gen.
That is like an i3 also. i3 walat thena first gen, third gen, like as generations are updated. So when the generations are updated, again the performance will be high. Third generation,
So my one is 10 gen.
10th generation එක performance වැඩි. 10th එකට වැඩි 11th එක වැඩි. එහෙම එකක් එහෙම එකකුත් තියෙනවා. So these all
Sir,
are
I have the 11th generation.
yes. That's the thing. That is the competition. Okay, so now
Sir,
yes.
sir, I can't see i3, i7 like that.
In your computer.
Yes, sir.
Can you share it quickly? Others, if you are not using your microphone, kindly mute that. Then otherwise, like others will be disturbed. Okay, now can you go to here and go to the task manager? Yeah. And go to the process performance. Yes, there you have Ryzen. That is the reason. It is Ryzen. Ryzen is not Intel. Intel has this i5, i9 things. No, Ryzen can even a brand. You have Ryzen one. So this is different brand. Intel කියන්නේ අර මම කියන්නේ Nissanයි Toyotaයි වගේ. Nissan කියන්නේ එක කාර් ජාතියක්, Toyota කියන්නේ එක කාර් ජාතියක්. Toyota වල එන කාර් ජාතිය Nissan වල එන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වගේම තමයි i3, i5, i9 එන්නේ Intel වල. ඒක AMD වල එන්නේ නැහැ. AMD වල එන්නේ Ryzen 5 ඒ range එකේ එක different versions තමයි AMD ලගේ එන්නේ. මම AMD ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් පාවිච්චි කරලා නැහැ, but AMD is also better. Okay, so that's why you cannot see it today, right? Okay, thank you for showing the stream. Others also learn, I think, something from you. අනිත් අයටත් ඒකේ ඉගෙන ගන්න දෙයක් තිබ්බා. ඒක හොඳයි. Okay,
Sir,
now
my brother's Intel is no, AMD is 500.
okay. Right. Then the next thing is that I want to tell you these things before we begin. Actually, this is for the new students. Is there any new students? So this is really important. In order to join to the classes, so you need Zoom. I think you already have it, right? Otherwise, you cannot come here, no name. So you already have WhatsApp. That is, we use special notices. We are sharing using WhatsApp. And all the class links and will be sent to the Discord. If you don't have Discord, put a cross. Discord නැත්නම් cross එකක් දාගන්න මේක ලියලා Discord කියලා ඒක ඉස්සරහින් cross එකක් දාගන්න. Why? Because you have to create a Discord account. So if you don't know how to do that, don't worry. I'll give you some numbers. They will definitely help you doing this. I'll give you some numbers end of this session. මේක ඉවර වෙද්දි මම ඒ numbers ටික දෙන්න. And again, you need Edmodo learning management system. That is where we do. So I think new students will not have this also. New students ලට මේකත් හදලා නැතුව ඇති. Edmodo learning management system is useful for the assignment, exercises, exams, etc. එතකොට මේ පාර දැන් term test එක. Next week we are planning grade 6 term test because we have finished grade 6. We will be planning grade 6 term test and I'm trying for grade 7 also. I'll let you know within these 2 days. So if I think grade 6 and grade 7, both grades, we can do the term test because we have done the revision also. Grade 7, there are some parts to finish in the revision. Grade 6, we have already finished. So anyway, grade 6 examination will be there next week. So examination will be conducted in Edmodo. Eතකොට new students ට කැමති නම් ලියන්න පුළුවන්. If you really like, you can write the exam. I'll arrange that. But it is not compulsory. But for all students, it's compulsory, right? You have to write the exam. Then you need to have jits.lk login. Why? Because that is where we put the recordings. So earlier days, actually, we recorded class in 2 sessions, 40-minute session and 20-minute session. But now it will go as a single session. So it will be easy for you because you don't want to find the second part and all because it will come as a single recording. So each recording will be there and altogether there will be 42 recordings. දවස් 42ක recordings ඔයකේ තියෙනවා. So when we finish the class, it will be creating 42 recordings. That much of recordings will be there. So you will never miss the class that way. Let's assume you are sick, you are not well, but that doesn't matter. Because if you cannot participate class, okay, take a rest. If you're not well, so no need to come to the class, take a rest. But definitely watch the recording. Don't miss the class. Don't come for the class, that is okay, but don't miss the classes. And especially in this time, we have arranged a repeat session. So those who cannot participate today can participate to the recorded live class, which is premiering in the YouTube. අපි විශේෂයෙන්ම දැන් මේ ඔකට schedule එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා. You can watch the schedule. ඒ කියන්නේ මේකේ repeat telecast එකක්. Repeat telecast එකක් ආයෙ යනවා. ඒක යන්නේ I think Thursday there's a repeat session of this one, so you can watch that using YouTube premiering session. That link is available for you. That means 2 times we will do the syllabus 2 times per week. අද බැරි වුණොත් බ්‍රහස්පතින්ද හරි කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Each and every classes, grade 7, 8, 9, 10 හැම එකටම එහෙම තියෙනවා. A repeat session will be there. And okay, initially I said why you should come to this class. If you miss grade 7, you can come. And the second reason is if you are actually in grade 7, you can come. And also, this is especially for those who are having language issues. Those who are having language issues can participate to the single medium class and English medium class both. That is also there. That means altogether, for single fee, you can participate for 4 classes, theoretically and logically. What are they? So if you are in grade 7, you can come to grade 7 English, grade 7 Singular, previous grade 6 English, grade 6 Singular, all 4 classes. So that is also additional advantage. But don't worry, you don't think that you will get 30-minute 4 sessions, right? You will get only 1 session because individual sessions are really difficult to arrange. We need resources. So each one of you will have individual practical session of 30 minutes that you have to book. But if you're not coming to the individual practical session, we will discard or disqualify you from the practicals. And we will arrange that time to someone else. If you're not participating for the practicals, but if you're participating in the practicals, yes, we will ready for that session, and that session will be provided to you, 30-minute session. That is good because you can ask questions during that 30 minutes and you can learn the things again if you miss it. Class එකේදී miss වුණා නම් ඔය විනාඩි 30ේදී ආයෙ ප්‍රශ්න අහලා හරි ඔයාට එක confirm කරගන්න පුළුවන්. You can confirm your learning and confirm your practicals. And actually we are planning a new thing for this intake that will be a common practical. So in addition to this, there will be a common practical session going on Thursday and sometimes Wednesday. I'll send you the links for that. That is general subjects like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. There will be a common practical that is extra session. So each grade students can come and participate to that class. So that is special arrangement for you. Actually, now it is going on Sunday as a free class. Anyone can participate. That different sessions will be done like graphic editing, video editing, sound editing, general topics we will discuss in that class. I'll send that links to you also. So we are having that in Sunday, normally Sunday 4:30 p.m. Only 1 hour special practical session. That is common one. Some students are participating that as well. Okay, the special numbers. So if you have any administrative issues, login issues, recording issues, link issues, please talk to Ms. Chaturika with this number. You can note down this number, take a screenshot. Don't miss it again. And if you're having a practical related
So I have both of the numbers.
okay. If you miss the practical session, you have to talk with Ms. Lakmal and get it arranged, and you can talk to Ms. Sumudu as well. So if you want to connect with Sumudu, you can contact from the first number again. Chaturika's number, Sumudu will also be available there. And if you're having lesson related issues, you can talk to me. But when you're calling me, a real humble request. So what is that? Actually, don't call in the class time. I get a lot of calls requesting links in the class time. So I cannot reject them because you all are my students. I cannot reject you and tell you I can't give you the link. I have to arrange you the link, but it will take some time. That time should be taken from the other students. So that is the disappointing fact of that. You can ඔයාලගේ විනාඩි 5 ගන්න ඕන මං අනිත් ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලා හැමෝගෙම. ඒක ඔයාලා වෙනුවෙන් මට කරන්නත් වෙනවා අනිත් අය වෙනුවෙන් එතකොට ඒ වෙලාව විනාඩි 5 නැති වෙනවා. So due to that, don't call me during the class time. If you miss the link, try to contact these people and get the link. If it is not possible, go and see Discord. It should be there in the Discord. And maybe try to join every class and see whether I'm there. Maybe you can ask from me also. ඒ වෙලාවේ යන ක්ලාස් එකකට හරි join වෙලා මාව අල්ලගන්න. ඒක that is better than calling. Okay. Right, that's it. And I think I have given all the basic instructions before we begin, and now you are fit to the class. Okay, now let's go to the processing part, and we have to discuss some more about the processor. Okay, first of all, we should know how to see your processor. How to see your processor. That I already given the instructions, but I'll show you again how you can check your processor. In my computer, this is Apple. I'm using MacBook Air. This is a bit older, like 5 years old machine. So it's not a very good performing machine, but still I love this because I'm using this for last 5 years without any single error. So that is something to be happy. I didn't format this. I didn't actually format this even not even one time. So this is there as it is from the day I bought this. That's why I love this machine. So when I go to
Is this a computer or PC?
sorry,
Is this a computer or PC?
this is laptop, right? This is laptop. When I go to the Apple icon, similar to the Windows icon, Windows icon is bottom, but Apple icon is in the top. Then Windows la මේ පැත්තේ close එක දාද්දි Apple ලා දාන්නේ වම් අත පැත්ත, left hand side. Windows prefer the right hand side and Apple prefer left hand side. Windows prefer right hand side and Linux prefer left hand side. It's like, so they are against each other, right? So that is their nature because they are competitors. No? So the Apple has put the close button here, minimize button here and maximize here. The මේ පැත්තට දාලා තියෙන Apple. Windows ලා අනිත් පැත්තට දාලා තියෙනවා. And Apple button is here. When I click the Apple button, you have about this Mac. When I click about this Mac, you can see. So what is my processor? Can anyone tell what is my processor?
OS big, sir.
It is
Core i5.
yes, it is dual core Intel i5, right? 1.6 gigahertz dual core Intel i5. That is my processor, right? That is my processor, right? And I can go more details by going to the system reports, right? I can find more details by going to the system report, but this is how you find the processor of Apple computer. Okay, let's go to the Windows computer now. Okay, anyone using Windows 10? Can you share?
Sir,
I'm using Windows 11.
To prefer Windows 10.
I have Windows 11 too, sir.
Okay, this is 10.
Sir, I have Windows 10.
Right. Okay. So this is okay. This is let's see. So there are a few methods, right? Then මේ methods කීපයක් තියෙනවා පුතේ. දැන් මේක මතක තියාගන්න බැරි නම් if you cannot remember, my recommendation is you have a practical book, right? Two books. You have two books. So one is writing book to write the note. That is 80 pages to 120 pages enough. That is writing book. And another small book for the practicals, maybe 80 pages, 40 pages, 80 pages, small book for the practicals.
Sir,
Keep it.
writing book
The writing book 80 to 120 is enough. Right? 80 to 120 is enough because most of the notes so this time I'm thinking of providing the note prior to the class, not the note actually, tute. So actually we have changed our plans, we have fine-tuned the classes, doing some new innovations. That's why I have taken the Zoom Premiere One, and because to minimize the affections, now we will conduct continuous 1 hour session without dividing into 2 sessions. Similar to that, the note, we will provide that you individually. The note I provide individually as a Google document. That Google document you can edit. That note you can edit. And if you really need, you can print it. Right? So, but printing is not necessary. We will send the Google document that you can edit and write your note there. That is individual document. And you can maintain that till the end of the class. And we will be sending that to your email or your WhatsApp or your personal contact, whatever. Okay. So that will be done from the next week onwards, right? Next week onward, we will be forwarding that to you. Okay, then how to check your processor? Right, how to check your processor? These things, if you don't know, you have to write this in your practical book, right? Not anywhere else in your practicals. So method, okay, I'm writing checking your processor here. Check your processor. Check your processor. And method 1. Yeah, it's okay, more pages, that doesn't matter. Method 1 is you can right click on my computer and select properties. You can right click on my computer and select properties. Actually, my computer or this PC. Sometimes this is called this PC. It can be my computer or this PC. So when you go there, can you see it again? Can you show it again, Pute? Apo pennanako mula indam. This PC මේ මෙතන තියෙන ඕන බලා ගන්න පේන්නේ නැත්නම් ඔයාලට මෙන්න මෙතන මම රවුමක් ඇඳලා පෙන්නනවා. Here this PC. Then right click there and select properties, the last one. When you select properties, when you select properties, you can see this kind of window. It will take some time to load. Still loading. Okay. When you load it, you can see your processor here. 11th generation i5 2.4 gigahertz. That is method number 1. 11th generation i5 2.4 gigahertz. That is how you can find your processor. That is method number 1.
Sir, can I share the screen too?
Yeah, sure. I'll give, right? I'll give a chance. Okay. So method number 1 is okay. Now right click and this PC, go to the properties. Under properties, you can see your processor. Okay, let's see the method number 2 also. Right, Abhinu, can you share now? I think you have to stop.
Sir,
Right, okay.
okay,
Abhinu.
sir.
Share. Okay, anyone can request to share, right? That doesn't matter, right? He's using Windows 11, and you have to right click in the Windows button and select the task manager. Rehan's, I had a connection problem. What did you told this practical because you're strike? Okay, so I'm instructing you how to check the processing speed, right? Second method, method number 2. Method number 2 is you can right click and go to the task manager. In the task manager, you can go to the performance. Okay, I'll tell you again. I'll tell you that again. Right click, go to the task manager. There you can select performance. Okay, that is the second method. And the third method, you can press Windows key and R key. Windows key and R key. Can you press Windows key R key to go? Okay, there you can type DXDIAG. Okay, type karanna DXDIAG. DXDIAG. AG. Enter. And that will also give, press click yes. Don't worry, I'll give the note. Otherwise, like you will confuse. DXDIAG. There also you can see the processor. Here you can see where's the processor. Here Intel Core i3 1.2 gigahertz. There also you can see the processor. And the fourth method, you can type Windows key and R key again. Windows key R key again, and then type MSINF432. MS in.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I share screen next time.
Okay. MS info 32. Okay, let's give the chance to him now. I think you have done enough, right? Okay. So can you share the screen, Vidun? Vidun, you can share the screen. Okay. Then press Windows key and R key. Windows key and R key. Windows key R key together.
Now, sir.
Sir, we can't see that, sir, because here
You have selected
only.
Vidun, window එකක් select කරලා තියෙන. Can you just select the entire screen, desktop?
Can select the screen button?
Screen. You have
Sir,
something
I
called
can't
screen.
hear properly.
Yes. You can see something called screen. You can
Sir,
stop.
I can't hear. Okay, sir.
Stop share and share screen again and
Select the
select
screen.
There
screen
is
again.
the option called screen.
Yes, there's an option called screen. Whereon I think better give Vidun a chance because he want to learn that, no? So let's give him a chance, right? Vidun, can you select the screen? Screen ke lekak ඇති. When you select that, you have screen option.
Now, sir.
Sir, still loading, sir.
Still loading. Okay, now it's okay.
Oh,
Now press Windows key and R key. Windows key, R key.
Now, sir.
Windows key and R key. While pressing the Windows key, press R key. All right, okay. Now type MSINF432. MS Info 32. MS Info 32. INFO. Okay, that's correct. MS INFO 32. 3 and 2. Enter. And that will also give you another screen to learn about your computer, your processing power. Again, here you can see Intel Core i3. That is there. So a lot of places are there. Okay, let's write down this quickly. So there are 4 places. So we saw, other than that, there are some other places also, but I'll just write these 4 places. How to see your processor. Okay, let's add note to this. How to see the performance of processor. How to see the performance of the processor. Method 1. Right click. You can write down with me in this PC and select properties. Method 2. Right click on Task Manager or Windows key in Windows 11.
The task manager, taskbar.
Taskbar or Windows key in Windows 11 and select Task Manager, or press Windows key and R key Windows key and R key together and then type task mgr in run dialog box and press enter.
Sir, can we get that as another option?
Yes, there is another. You
Sir,
can.
you can get the task manager by right click in the taskbar also.
Yes, we can right click on the task manager and get the taskbar and get the task manager, or we can press Windows key and R key and then type task mgr in the run dialog box. That is also possible. Both are possible. Again, another method, Windows key R key together, then type MS Info 32. And press enter. Method 4. Press Windows key and R key.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, in the method 2, we want to select task manager and again GPU, no?
Yeah, again, then you have to go to the processor, CPU. Right, within bracket, I'll write, right? Select performance and then CPU. So you have to go to that part. Press Windows key and R key together, then DS dialog, and press enter. I think someone else's microphone is having like Abhinu, is it you?
No, sir.
So it's generating some noise. I don't know who's.
Sir, everyone.
Okay. Press Windows key and R key together and then type DS diag and press enter. So this is another method. And also, we have another method also. Press ALT, Control, Del, and select Task Manager. Using that also, you can access the press Alt, Control, Delete, and select Task Manager. That is also another method of doing this.
Sir, Alt Control Delete and Control Alt Delete is correct now?
Yeah, that is also. Sequence doesn't matter.
Excuse me, sir. In method 2, sir, select performance and then CPU, no, sir?
And correct. Thank you. And then CPU. Thank you for correcting. Okay, so now we know basics, how to check the task. That's why I said we will slowly learn this one by one, with practicals. No hurry. We can learn a lot because we have a lot to learn. Right? We can go slowly. Otherwise, like we can go through this stuff quickly, but then you won't be able to learn. These things are not good also. Yes.
Sir, in my laptop, sir, my keyboard, there is Alt and Control. I know that exactly. There would be Alt Control,
Yeah.
but in a delete button, it is different. No, it there are letters like C A N C insert.
CAN.
Again C.
Yes, so can you send a photo to WhatsApp? Then I can check what's going on there.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, actually, we learned the steps, how to check the processing speed and all. Similar to that, we can check the memory, but that part we will learn later, right? So memory check-in and all, we can learn that later.
Excuse me, sir. We can get task manager and go to performance and select memory part, sir. We can take details about memory now, sir.
About memory, yes, that is also correct. And you can go to the DX diag also, you can go to the MS Info 32 also, and going to the properties also, all methods, using all these methods, you can check your memory, random access memory. So that is also, but I'll keep that to the next day because we cannot learn everything together, no, because we have to learn about processor a lot. So what is this dual core, quad core, i3 and all, we have to learn that. And then we have to learn what is multiple core structure. And then we have to learn about this chef example, too many chefs, like, so we have to learn about this and different functions inside CPU. That part I'll do next day. Right, probably if you have the exam next day, we will postpone the next class to week after next week. If you have the exams, I'll let you know that, right? I'll let you know that because I have to check whether.
Sir, I can't hear properly.
So you are breaking up.
It's you're breaking up.
Okay, is it okay now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Still lagging?
No,
I
sir.
think now it's okay, right? Okay.
Also,
Yeah, sir.
Now okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now okay.
Now, can you put the screen a little bit down?
Yeah, sure.
Finish writing.
In the last minute too, press Alt Control Delete and select Task Manager and again go to GPU.
Yes, this step is should be there. This step should also be followed because you know after Task Manager you know what to do. That's why I didn't mention that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Now we can install Windows 11.
Windows 11, yes, possible, but still in your
Sir,
syllabus.
I have the Windows 11 assistance. So I have it.
Okay. So still you can install that. That doesn't matter, Pute, but in your examination, they will basically focus on Windows 10. So think about that too. But if you're having genuine version, that's okay to update because, but some of the software, you know, it won't support. Some of the legacy software, all software won't be supported. But most of the software, I think it's okay. So you can try it. That doesn't matter. Right. Okay. So next day.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
There is update for Windows 11. Is it okay to do that update?
Yeah. If you have data, can do that. If you have enough
Sir,
data, that doesn't matter.
download or install
Okay,
it.
sir. Thank you.
Would it-
Say in my
Install that.
Sorry, Hirosha.
say in my MS info tab there is installed physical memory and there is a one called total virtual memory. What's that, sir?
Yeah.
Virtual memory?
Eka api puthe, that part we will learn in the memory chapter, right? Otherwise, like learning everything together will confuse the others, no? So we'll learn one by one. So I'll teach you that in the memory part, right? We will learn the memory part, don't worry. So we will learn the syllabus, right? So don't worry about that. I'll teach you. Virtual memory is something like it's attached to that. There's a separate memory using hard disk. That memory is allocated and that is called virtual memory. But since you asked the question, I told that, but I know that it is not clear to you as well. So I can explain, it will take some more time to explain that theory, right? Okay.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we have to do HTML part, no, sir. And the lesson?
Yeah, the Thursday class will continue as usual.
Sir,
Thursday class, that doesn't matter. Don't confuse
Sir?
Monday one. Right? Yes.
sir, my father's processor is an AMD Ryzen. Before my father tries to play a game, when after a while time he has a message like the sad like 2 dots and the
Yeah.
bracket.
It's smiling.
Why does the after a while that the message came to my laptop?
Yeah, that is
laptop.
basically a memory failure or something can happen. So then it will display some such messages. So in such, take a
My
step.
father has 7.3 memory. Sir.
No, that is not that issue. So some memory failures. So sometimes we also fail some memory. We also
Means-
forget things.
It means like
Have such errors.
the laptop can't take the memory anymore like that.
No, that doesn't. That is just a program error, right? That's just a program error, software error. It's not hardware related. That's basically a software error that you are telling. But send me a screenshot, then I can analyze it and tell it to you exactly what has happened. There's a message with that. I have to read that message and tell you what's going on. Okay. So one important thing. Now, listen carefully. If we plan the exam next week, we won't be have the regular class. But I'll tell you that. But I think we won't be planning the exam because Thursday class, still we have some sections to finish. So we can postpone the exam, and I think grade 7 class we can continue as usual. So then it won't be affected. But anyway, the final decision I'll send you to our WhatsApp groups and also the Discord groups. Right? Keep in touch. Okay.
Windows 7 install කරාම මේ exam එක කරන්න මුකුත් අවුලක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද?
ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then see you all next week, Pute. Good night and have a nice day.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye, sir. Have a nice
Have a nice day. Good night.